Okay, today we're going to run around St. Petersburg, Florida. I'm going to show you around. I'm in Demons Park currently right now. That's one of the founders of St. Petersburg. Driving a rad power bike, an e-bike. I'm going to have 3 separate cameras on me today: an Osmo Pocket 3, a GoPro Mission 1 Pro, and then I've got an Insta 360 3D or 360 degree camera, but I'm only going to use the forward facing on that today. I'm trying to take a look at all 3 cameras and just decide which one would be the best for the YouTube channel and going forward. So please, at the end of the video, I'll probably just post the best of all 3 of what I think's the best. And then just let me know at the end of the video. I might put comparisons with all 3. We'll just see how that goes. But I'm going to go through Demons Park. That's where we're at now. That's one of the founders of St. Petersburg. We'll go over to the St. Petersburg Bridge, Pier, over St. Petersburg Pier down Bayshore, historical old St. Petersburg. Then I'll come back out, run through downtown. I might make it up to the Mahaffey Theater and then back over to my parking spot here. So hope you enjoy the run. You'll have to tell me what you think of the perspective of the steering wheel is on the bicycle, because I kind of like it, but I'm not the one hopefully enjoying the videos all the time. I just like getting out there and doing this thing. Isn't this a nice little walk down the bay? I was reading up a little bit of history on the St. Petersburg Pier, and the original pier was built in 1889 so they can bring shipping on and off into St. Petersburg. But originally the town was conceived as a spa area, resort. I guess one of the co-founders St. Petersburg had asthma and enjoyed being down here in the Florida summers or winters, so his asthma wouldn't get out of control. Two founders. Founders of St. Petersburg. And the legend goes that flipped a coin over the name. And Demons was from Russia, so he decided to go with St. Petersburg after coming from Russia. It's folklore, by the way. Stop and make a quick adjustment to some equipment. And some things bounce around. I want to tighten all that up. St. Petersburg Marina. I believe there's 2 of them. St. Petersburg. imagine building an entire town over wealth and healthiness. It's probably why St. Petersburg is so well put together in its downtown. It's definitely designed around hanging out, being in an area where you can enjoy the area. Go on down Bayshore Boulevard here. St. Petersburg's home of the Rowdies. Soccer team here in St. Petersburg. That's been a big topic lately, right? Soccer. I'm sure the Rowdies contributed to that. They have a Grand Prix every year in St. Petersburg through the entire downtown. They close off all the downtown so the cars will run right past this Bayshore Boulevard. Yeah, like I said, let me know what you think about the perspective of the steering wheel here. If it's too much motion or not. I liked having that view from from this perspective, mostly because it just feels real, when it's a fixed camera, it just doesn't, to me, it doesn't have that same feel, but I guess I'm looking for some feedback. So here we'll go out to the pier, and I'll come back through that center section here in a bit. As you can see, you can get charters and boat rentals. Really from the beginning of June all the way through the end of September is just a great time to be down here. The water's warm. Myself in particular, I like hanging out around the September time frame because you lose all the crowds and you kind of feel like you have the town to yourself. So they rebuilt the pier. I think it just opened back up 2 years ago, roughly. But it's been built and torn down, I guess, like 5 times. This is the first time I've been back since they've built it, so I'm kind of curious as to what they've done. Been out here a few times. There used to be the Colombian restaurant was on top of the pier at one time, and we would come out to the Columbia and eat dinner. Columbia and have dinner, and so that was quite nice. Give you a look at the pier from this side. The Columbia used to be on top of the pier. On the very top, it was a restaurant, so you'd sit out there and eat dinner. And when they took it away, it was a shame. At least I thought it was. So every year too, I think it's Labor Day, they bring out the big boats. I was out here a couple years back. They bring out the big boats, the racing boats, and you can watch them from the pier. We come over from Apollo Beach. Apollo Beach is straight out in front of us. It's that smokestack over there. Bring our boat over and you know, watch a race. That's definitely something different you don't get to see every day. Let me show you down this way. There's the pier. So that's definitely something you don't get to see every day. I can find out exactly when that is and let you know. But what a great job they did over here. It's so nice. Be a little nicer perspective than what I had going through Tampa, I think. I get to slow down a little bit here. It's not rush. So I guess I can't bring an e-bike. Sorry about that, guys. Didn't know that. I've had some problems with people racing around. Maybe I could have walked back there. I don't know if I might have allowed that. A little beach out here, so I didn't know that. That's nice to see. That beach area was not part of the old pier. And they have to cut off here, so I'll have to eliminate this from the camera. There's kids out there. We'll run the bike over that way. Alright, so I went through an area that just had some kids, so I had to break away. I think that goes against YouTube's policy of posting children online, so sorry about the breakaway, but that's the rules. Right out here, so It looks like they added a beach. I don't recall there being a beach here before, so that's nice. Have a little beach here. Quite confident they don't allow bicycles on that. Trying to go slow here, my cameras are bouncing around. And that's the other marina here in St. Petersburg. Just stop here and give you a view of the city. So you can see the town over here. So I believe this section was here when the old pier was here. I just don't recall there being a beach. Maybe there was. If somebody knows, then they can just shout out. And you can see St. Petersburg. That's, I think, Vinoy Park over there. So I'll stop over there. I'll run down Bayshore. It's pretty bouncy, so I'm slowing down through here. I was going to go out to the end, but I'll pass on that today. So there's like 15 high-rise buildings in St. Pete. There's more coming on the way. We've had an exponential growth over the years in Florida. I think with some of the new tax benefits that are coming, it could be kind of interesting. No tax on your house. That would be nice. So in the evenings, it gets quite busy down here. People hanging out, going out to dinner. I think it's like 10 o'clock in the morning now, so. So if by any chance you made it this far into the video, I appreciate it. Maybe like and subscribe. I promise you that every time I make a video, I'm going to try to do just a little better. That's the reason why I brought out 3 cameras today, is to figure out which one does the best job. Maybe it just needs a good cameraman. What do you think? Once I figure out which camera does do the best job, I'll probably just stick with that until, you know, something better comes out. So you have the St. Petersburg Museum of History. There you can get a real understanding of what's going on and why they built St. Petersburg instead of here in my rendition. But I just looked it up online. I didn't know they replaced 5 piers. I thought that was kind of interesting, and learning the real reason why they built St. Petersburg was interesting. So this is Bayshore. Probably about 82, 83 degrees out. Beautiful day today. So the reason why I parked at Demons Park, free parking for 2 hours. So you can run around for 2 hours and go back and get free parking. Downtown, it's about $3.50 an hour, depending on the time of day. So on any given weekend, there's usually something going on down here. We've been to a food festival down here. There was an art festival. Always seems to be like something going on the weekends through here. As you can see, if you're a jogger, this would be a great place to just come down and have a jog. I'd almost get in a plane and fly down and have a jog. Such a beautiful area. Be like this guy and do my yoga. Like everybody's waiting for something. I don't know, probably about a mile and a half on Bayshore here. So this is a beach area. Good place to hang out, watch the sunrise. So you see all the parks here. Again, any given weekend, there's something going on almost on all these parks. Somebody's got some type of event. If I can find a park event schedule, I'll paste that into the description. Let you know. So this is the older section of St. Petersburg. Definitely much more eclectic. Older homes built in the early 1900s. Definitely have some newer ones, but most of these were built early on. It's absolutely just a gorgeous bike ride where I'm going. Show you this tree here. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty cool. And then of course you can see some of these older homes here. Absolutely gorgeous area. Pretty high cost of living. One of the higher areas in the state. Right here. I think we'll turn around and head back and go downtown. I did a curve video. I went back over this bridge last week. Let's go and over. Cross it. Cross over and head back downtown. Just wanted to get out of that traffic. does an amazing job. The image quality is really good too. I really enjoyed the Osmo 3. You know, these are for people that are curious about cameras. The Osmo 3 has been really the easiest to work with for me. Because of the way it's designed, and you have a quick cover that you can take on and off, so you can carry it anywhere, have it in and out of your pocket. And then the picture quality is really good. Now, with that being said, the Mission 1 has even a better picture quality, and certainly an action camera for doing what we're doing now, you know, bouncing around on a bicycle. Just does an amazing job. The Insta360, you know, the verdict's out for me mostly because of the picture quality, not necessarily what it does. It's obviously the most versatile camera of the bunch when it comes to doing different things, activities, waterproof. You get a little bit of everything with it, but the picture quality is just not quite as good. So this is just an older section of St. Pete, the original section. You can see quite nice. I mean, very clean. Everybody's taking care of their stuff around here. You know, it's just a pleasure to drive through here. Might run down one of these streets. They're kind of bouncy. That's why I was kind of avoiding it, but I think it's worth the risk of the bounce so that you can see it. The old original roads, that's kind of cool. And there's just an enormous amount of renovation. A lot of people are buying these. You know, that's a great example up in front of us. So buying them, fixing them back up to historical standards, which is really neat. Roads. These are tough on the camera equipment and your rear end. Look at the trees here. Foliage is just amazing. Shaded streets. Gotta go back and show you that Royal Points here. That is just a gorgeous tree. To do that, I think that's required. This is my wife's favorite tree. Stop here for a quick second. We had one and got destroyed by the frost. Let's see if I can get you a good picture of that. Pretty cool. I think that's where the Insta360 will probably get a better picture of that, because I can tilt the camera up in post-production. pavers, the blocks, the brick pavers are Augusta block. Each one of them says Augusta block on it, if you're curious. Sidewalks are a little smoother than those brick pavers. They take a toll on your bottom end. You okay? Go ahead. Brake check, right? I could ride a bicycle on the other side. I think that would be. I see bikes over there. I might just try. I don't know how tight the sidewalk is. little too tight. I don't think I should be riding a bike down there. Might upset somebody. Got a little swivel on my camera so I can swivel it side to side a little bit when I want to. Hopefully you're hitting on that. So you can see the parking's $10 an hour down here. Park down the street and Demons Park is free. 2 hours. Quick equipment check. Stop here. Continue on. One-way street, so hurry and get off. So let me know if there's any other areas you want to see from this part of Florida. I certainly plan on getting out and around wherever we can go, whatever time allows. I'm going to go to most likely Anna Maria Island next, and then down through Sarasota.
Love hour.
Let's sneak out here and go back to the car. So. Like I said before, if you enjoy seeing videos like this, let me know. If you want me to, you know, maybe stop talking more or talk less, let me know. Making videos like this is a good excuse to get out and do different things, so it's kind of fun for me, fun for the wife. So this is Demens Landing, and that was named after the founder, Peter Demens. How do we know that? We Googled it. Like I said, at the end of the video here, I might post all three cameras side by side, or give a comparison between the three, just to show you what might be the best thing to use. I know a lot of people maybe are thinking about buying a camera, you know, and you'll hear this on about every video. The best camera is the one that you can grab and use. I do think the GoPro probably is the least effective in that. There's setup that you have to do, there's mounts that you have to use. The Osmo Pocket 3, you just whip it out of your pocket and use it right away. The Insta360 is kind of a in-between. You can use it for everything. So far, the video production seems to be not quite as good. It's really good, but not quite as good as the other two. But at the end of the day, that's a camera that you can pretty much use everywhere. So that's the end of the video. I thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.